And we are beginning the bulletin with some breaking news coming in, where an F.I.R. has been filed against a passenger travelling on a flight from Nagpur to Mumbai for removing the cover of emergency exit while the plane was approaching landing. Well, that is the big breaking news that we're getting you at this point in time, that now an F.I.R. has been registered against a passenger who was travelling on a flight from Nagpur to Mumbai for removing the cover of the emergency exit while the plane was approaching landing. We have been seeing there are several cases of passengers' conduct that has raised the ire of the DGCA, and they have time and again taken note of it. But in this particular case, an FIR has been filed against a passenger travelling from a flight from Nagpur to Mumbai for removing the cover of the emergency exit while the plane was set to land. There seems to be no lessons learned as passengers continue to carry out their conduct in an objectionable way on board a flight, where in this particular case, a passenger who was travelling from Nagpur to Mumbai has been registered an FIR against. He removed the cover of the emergency exit when the plane was approaching landing. And my colleague Madhav is joining me on the phone line to take us through more details. Madhav, what exactly do we know about the FIR filed against a passenger travelling in a flight from Nagpur to Mumbai? There seems to be no lessons learned, and this particular passenger tried to remove the emergency exit cover while the plane was set to land.
Well, absolutely. And in fact, an FIR being filed against the passenger for unauthorized tampering of the emergency exit as the aircraft was in the process of landing. The passenger was traveling on a flight of Nagpur to Mumbai, and he allegedly tried to remove the cover of the emergency exit while the aircraft was in the air and on approach for the landing. The crew on board then alerted the captain, and the passenger was appropriately cautioned. That's the information that we have coming in at this point of time. And of course, all of this happening in the back of Member of Parliament Surya, who was also seen he had apologized for actually going ahead and similarly sort of removing the emergency exit. But that time, of course, the aircraft was on the ground. That, of course, led to further delays as far as the flight itself was concerned. And we've seen FIRs being filed in the past. There were questions being raised by opposition leaders as to why Tejasvi Surya was not acted upon and FIR was not filed. If this had happened in the case previously, where in similar instances the airline had chosen to go ahead and file cases as well. So that was the allegation. That is the kind of that is the backdrop in which this incident becomes very important, because here you have yet another instance of passengers tampering with the emergency exit, something that could potentially lead to safety issues. Although in this case, the airline has been quick to clarify that there was no compromise on the safe operation of the said flight. Back to you.
Well, I appreciate you joining us, Madhav, with all those details, and we shall come back to you for more updates on it. But as of now, what we can tell you, that an FIR has been registered against a passenger who tried to open the cover of the emergency exit on board a flight, an Indigo flight for that matter.